Welcome to a new Daily Top Ask Reddit video. Today's topic: when did the popular kid's life fall apart in a few seconds? Lost control of his car when he and his best friend were driving to Taco Bell at night. He came out of it with a fractured collarbone. His friend died on the spot. He was really close with his friend's parents too, and vice versa. He made a few posts on Facebook on how he was an idiot and how sorry he was. The dead friend's sister and parents made it very clear that they didn't blame him. It was winter, black ice, and he was 100% sober. Before he was, like, a stereotypical popular dude, but in the wholesome way. Dropped out of school and became addicted to painkillers. Don't know what happened to him afterwards, but it was just sad for everyone. These are the ones that hurt the most, because the person who lived was 100% not at fault for it, but they can't come to terms with that fact and put it all on themselves. One girl during my school years was walking with her BF in her neighborhood when a guy driving a bit too fast clipped her and killed her on impact, and the BF was perfectly fine. The BF couldn't live with that and got hard into drugs after that. It was rough to see. Survivor's guilt, they call it. Always a tragedy. When he had an affair with his best friend's mom, dad died a few years before, and they got caught, so the mom got arrested for sex with a minor. The friend had to go live with other family with her younger siblings. Edit, it was statutory rape, he was 17. Shit, that would fucking suck. But in porn videos it's all fun. His reputation was ruined while attempting a your mom joke. His reputation was ruined attempting your mum. His dad died. It was really shitty. Before that he was popular, but also smart, motivated, a great athlete, and actually a great guy and person. As much as you can be till you're 15. Then his dad died right before he was going to have a football game, heart attack in the shower before they were gonna leave for it. We heard about it later, and basically, from there, everything seemed to decline. He became angry, as you could expect, and I think looking back you'd expect a decline in everything at first. But he just spiraled deeper and deeper. We didn't see him for a while. When I did catch up with him later in high school, he'd been so into drugs his brain literally seemed fried. It was sad for every reason. This kicked me in the ass. My twin sons are pretty popular in school. We just found out that my cancer is growing again. I'm 33, I'm not ready to die. My boys are 9, they're not ready for me to die. I can only hope we make the best of however much time we have left together. I hope you have more time. My dad was diagnosed when I was 15 and relapsed every 3 or so years. I got just over a decade more with him after his first diagnosis, and it meant so much. The thing about living. The thing about life. It's doubt. And it's pain. And it's struggle and strife. It's bearing the bad times. It's riding the rough. It's knowing you tried. But it wasn't enough. It's waking at night. With the thought in your mind. That all you were planning. Is always behind. That all you were growing. Is dying or dead. That all you were dreaming. Is all in your head. You hope in your heart. That you'll start to succeed. You hope and you hope. That you'll get what you need. You hope that you'll find. That it's fine. And it's fair. The thing about life is it just doesn't care. Her mom was diagnosed with dozens of brain tumors the beginning of our senior year, and died before Christmas. Girl went from stable, well-off and beautiful to a wreck, then off the map. After that, we lost 4 students violently, including 2 sisters stabbed by their stepdad. Staff quit. Pretty much no one in our senior class made it in life. Suicides followed graduation. 1999 was a really tough year for our school. Edit, thanks for the awards. RIP inbox. This happened in Snoqualmie, WA, aka Twin Peaks. I am doing okay these days, despite a rough life. Can't say the same for the classmates that I did keep up with. Ongoing trauma is that much harder to process when literally everyone around you is grieving too. No one gets a pause long enough between deaths to ever fully heal from any of them. We did our best. 1999 was a messed up year for so many people, and I don't know why. I think about that Offspring song "Kids Aren't Alright" a lot. What happened to the 2 other students? One was killed in a random hit and run crossing the street. Other skidded on some our tracks in the rain and hit a tree. There was also a former student who fell down a mine shaft that year. Just a lot of tragedy. One kid on school was popular only because he liked to start shit and bully everyone. So most people were friends with him just to avoid being a victim. One day he tried that on the wrong kid, got beat up so bad to the point he started crying. Honestly, I think it was a win for the bully because it gave him a pretty good wake-up call. Became less of a bully and is now quite humble. Yeah, most people who talk a lot of shit, never had the shit kicked out of them. Usually after they get their ass beat, they realize they ain't shit and become nicer people. Sometimes violence is the answer. I know a big high school bully who thought it would be funny to punch this male teacher in the teacher's back when the teacher was walking in front of the bully. He picked the wrong teacher. Teacher instinctively reacted and punched the bully back. Bully went down hard. Bully got suspended and nothing else happened to him or the teacher. About 8 years later, the bully came back to the high school and asked to talk with the teacher. He actually thanked the teacher for what happened that day. Bully said to the teacher that punch completely changed the course of his life. He was running with a rough crowd and thought he was big and bad. He thought nothing of beating people up. After the incident and getting punched by the teacher, he realized that he underestimated how quickly things change when you go up against the wrong guy. He completely changed how he approached the world, got out of trouble, got a good job, and was about to get married. And he credits that incident with changing the course of his life, punching the wrong person. Lol, fucky factory reset him. Got hit by a car. Went from bully to paraplegic. She was a bully, nothing good to say about her, but that is a rough end. And that's how Regina George died. No, I'm totally kidding, but she did get hurt. He ended up becoming a second-grade teacher and molested little girls in his class. Now he's in prison for an incredibly long time. As a male second-grade teacher, what the actual fuck? He was so evil. Ever since elementary school he'd been this squeaky clean overachiever. Was on all the sports team, was prom king, class valedictorian, and all this time he was this monster. 3 popular kids went swimming in a quarry. Only 2 came out. It sucks because the one that died was popular for all the right reasons. He was a genuinely good dude. I was the weird kid, but his locker was right next to mine and he was friendly every single day to every single person. Something similar like this happened recently to a few guys that go to my old high school. It was like 1 a.m, they went swimming in the local river that goes through town and one of the guys drowned. He was nice and friendly, but not popular since it was a really big school. His friends allegedly planned his death, but there were no punishments for them. Was there reasonable suspicion of them planning his death or was it just rumor? Rumor went around that his parents paid a hefty amount to ignore rape allegations and keep him on the football team. Edit. No, it never ended up on the news. I'm not sure of the truth behind the rumors because my school likes to keep rumors hushed and there's too many kids at my school to get a single story. A kid in my high school, he wasn't super popular though. Anyway, his parents paid a girl classmate's college tuition. Edit, for the morons asking why. We're talking about rape, I replied to a comment about payment for rape. She got drunk at a party at his house and he raped her. Everyone knew. When he hit and killed a state trooper on the freeway while the trooper was out of his car trying to remove debris from the road. Holy fuck. That's such a shitty way to immediately fuck your life up forever. You ruin someone's family, your own, have to live with that guilt all because you made a mistake in a split second by accident. No one wins. These types of things are so awful but I really do feel bad for the guy. Unless he was drunk. Fuck drunk drivers. Were there signs? Was he speeding? That's what I was wondering. I once saw a trooper clearing debris off of a 65 miles per hour highway. He was on the other side of the highway, but I didn't see any sort of protection other than his car. Had this cliff that was really dangerous, and to keep kids away the genius locals spread around the rumor that it was haunted. Naturally the cool kids wanted to go there like all the time. Once the gang of those supposedly cool kids, 4 in total, went there and no one really knows what happened. One kid jumped to his death, the stories of the rest didn't pan out correctly. Each one had a different version. They were high. No one was jailed. But all 3 were depressed and eventually spiraled out of control. One OD'd 2 years later, one was in a car accident, drunk. And one committed suicide. That cliff is definitely haunted. When they died, their ghosts were no longer bound to what we know as time, and to try to prevent their own deaths they started the ghost rumor, creating a paradox where they are doomed to fall off the cliff and repeat their destruction forever. One of the most popular girls in my high school had a blood clot that killed her in her sleep in the middle of the school year. I'm not having fun anymore. I'm leaving this thread. A blood clot that led to a stroke, heart attack, or pulmonary embolism. Yes. It was one hell of a clot.